Hello folks, welcome to the beginning of the new week. This is the forecast for Monday and the trade recap also, but there were no trades. So let's start with the euro and the US dollar. Now for this pair, there was an opportunity to enter, I believe, down here. Now for me personally, it didn't fit my plans, so when the market opened, we did have a push down. And before that we were kind of trending down, so that was a good sign. We got a small pullback, then we continued. I personally didn't enter, this did not fit my plan, so because this break was just not enough, that's the first reason. Second reason, that it was Monday morning, which I don't trade, so I only start trading until the London Open on a Monday. And on a Monday I usually look for only those really high probability setups. So I did stay out of this particular trade. Then we broke up, created the wick, retraced, broke up again, and now we're getting some nice large momentum. Now one warning sign for me is that we kind of retraced back into this range. So we are currently range bound for me personally. But then again, if we do get a really clean high probability setup, like maybe some sort of a clean flag or some sort of a nice break and retest trade, I would be interested. Currently, this is showing me a warning sign at the top, so we have a large wick, on the bottom huge wick, so I'm expecting a range, especially since it's a Monday. Mondays are usually predominantly range bound days. So what I'm looking for, I just mentioned, I'm looking for that nice momentum up or that nice momentum down, maybe a V reversal down, then a range push down, look to sell. Now I am also looking for maybe a nice clean descending structure that kind of moves out of the range and then gives us a clean reversal, or same thing to the upside, so that nice clean ascending and then a reversal down. But I need to see it move away from this range bound structure. So yeah, with this pair I'm being more patient. As with all of the pairs, to be honest, they're not looking that high probability, so patience is key, especially at this point at the beginning of the week. Also, the month of August is soon ending, so let's see if we will get maybe some more trades in August, or if we will start to get some trades in September. So let's see. For the market condition, the current market condition is improving, so it is kind of trending, but we still need to be patient. But it's good to see that the overall market condition is trending and that the markets are moving. EJ, so this one is moving. Now we have broken the high, left a huge wick, retraced, broke the high again. Now we broke with some momentum, but not enough for me to look for a trade currently. So what I'm waiting for in this pair, I'm seeing this is starting to move up, starting this uptrend, but there are some warning signs like this break and retrace, this break, and then again looks like we're going to retrace. I am looking for a push up out of this, since we do know that on the euro and the Japanese yen we can get an ascending and then an impulse in the same direction. That is possible. Now I will look for that setup, but other than that I would be much more patient. I am also looking for an ascending and then a reversal to a downside, something like this. If we get a descending from here, then that's a large warning sign, since then we would get an ascending going into a descending channel, which usually then signals a range bound market, and we don't want to be in a range bound market since we are trend traders. So we can also get sort of a V reversal, a range push down, and then look to sell. That we can get that sort of a pattern, but I'm not really expecting it, especially as it is the beginning of the week. So the best bet currently from this point is to see that nice momentum up, to see that momentum continue, but not in this corrective fashion, but in more of a trending fashion, especially on the euro Japanese yen, where I need to see a nicer trend than, let's say, on the Aussies, which kind of trend correctively. So that's about it for EJ. It is looking better than EU. It's not stuck in a range, so that is a good sign. You can see it is moving, so let's be more patient and wait for those high probability entries. So Aussie US dollar looks to be range bound. There was an opportunity to enter right here. Maybe some people were seeing this as a nice downtrend. Now there were a couple of reasons why I did not enter this trade. So first reason, it's Monday. So second reason, Monday morning I don't take any trades. Third reason is we broke the low retrace, broke the high retraced. And the fourth reason is this break was just not enough at this point. So many warning signs, many reasons to stay out. And it ended up being a losing trade, so it's good that I did follow my plan for this particular setup. It did look highly trending, I have to be honest. It did look like it is in a heavy downtrend, but we did have some warning signs, so we need to pay attention to those warning signs. Now what I will be waiting for is I want to see this larger downtrend continue. I want to see it continue down, give me nice entries, some clean setups and clean closes without any wicks. If that happens, I'll be looking to sell, or we can get maybe a nice uptrend. Of course, look for that. Since the market is moving currently, we can see we have some nice large momentum. The market is not stuck in a range, it is clearly moving. So we just need to for that price action to clean up just a bit more and then get some nice entries. Of course, we can descend, then I would look for that reversal to the upside like this. If we start to create an ascending, that would be a warning sign for me personally. We can then just kind of range around in this area. Since we did get an indication of a range, we broke the low retrace, broke the high retraced, broke the low retrace, broke the high retraced again. So I'm expecting a smaller range. Yeah, look for large momentum up, look for large momentum down. Best bet, look for this larger downtrend to continue. Aussie Japanese yen. So this one doesn't look good at all. So we kind of have this volatility right here. We did have a push down, but then just kind of created volatility. So I'm not seeing anything on this particular pair. I'm just seeing also kind of a wide flat range. I'm expecting more range bound price action, and I just need to see price action clean up. This just doesn't look good, so I want to see that nice clean, maybe corrective, but with some nice momentum uptrend or a nice downtrend like this. Again, I would not look for any sort of reversals. This I would not take. Just kind of the price action is not right for that setup currently, and reversals on AJ don't work out like at all. Usually it needs to be really clean for it to work out, so that's good to know. GU, there was also an opportunity to enter on the pound right here. This was a high probability setup if it happened later in the week for me personally, so I would probably take this if it happened, let's say, on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So what was really good about this setup was first large downtrend, second inside bar, which makes the trade higher probability, then push down, nice clean close. The break was not that big, but for GU I would probably be happy to take it. Then the entry would be this inside bar. So 3 good signs, but the major warning sign was it happened Monday morning, which I don't trade, and on Mondays I needed a high probability setup, and this break was just not enough to be a really high probability setup. This was more of a kind of between a valid or high probability, so I would take it later in the week, but because it's not a high probability, I'm staying out on a Monday. So this break was just not enough for the beginning of the week, and I would not take it anyway since it happened 5 in the morning, so before the London Open. I didn't enter a trade, and it would have been a losing trade, so that's why we stay out of these kind of trades on a Monday. They usually hit the stop loss and just not turn out to be profitable. So yeah, what I'm expecting, what I'm looking for on the pound is the same exact setup. I'm always looking for a large push down, break and retest, large push up, break and retest. Overall, we are moving down kind of. Well, we are moving down. We have this large leg to a downside, so that's good. Let's see if the larger downtrend will continue. But on this pair, I'm only taking that one particular setup, or maybe if we get a nice clean flag without a momentum shift, without a wick, I would be interested. So I'm really careful with taking setups on the pound and only looking for that large momentum up or down. NJ, easiest pair to determine the condition. Range bound, stuck in a huge range for a couple of weeks now, I believe. So This is really, well, it's not tradable for us trend traders, and it's good that we can notice that. So we have these liquidity areas below and above. Sorry, yeah, above and below. So look what happens in these areas. Do we just break and retrace? But what we need to see, what I need to see at least, because I'm a trend trader, I need to see it push down, large momentum, nice trend to start, push up, large momentum, nice trend to start. Anything in between here, I'm not taking. It's just not worth it. The market is heavily range bound. So that's it for NJ. This looks good as a consolidation. Usually after this consolidation, we get a nice push up or nice push down. Usually we get an explosion in either direction. So my eyes are open, but I'm not taking anything in this area. That is it. I'll see you guys in the next forecast tomorrow. So yeah, I don't think NFP is this Friday. I think NFP is the next Friday. So on NFP I don't trade, but this Friday, since there is, I believe I have to check no NFP, I am trading if anyone was interested. So the only news we look at as guerrilla traders is NFP, and we don't trade NFP Fridays. That is it. I'll see you guys in the next video.